Inflation is a major concern for all of us, as it is for many other countries. For more than a decade before COVID, global inflation was largely stable. This was the case in Singapore too. In most years, our price increases were lower than global inflation. But everything changed after 2020. We had the COVID pandemic. We've had wars in Europe and later the Middle East. All these disrupted supply chains and impacted the prices of food and energy markets everywhere. We cannot control global prices, but we can and we have mitigated the impact on Singaporeans. During this period, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, tightened monetary policy 5 times. This has kept the Singapore dollar strong and shielded us from most of the imported inflation. As a result, inflation in Singapore did not reach the peaks seen in many other countries. Fortunately, the global picture is now getting better. Inflation has been coming down around the world. In Singapore too, inflation has been moderating and is expected to come down further this year. But I know cost of living remains a concern for many Singaporeans. My team and I will do everything we can to help you get through this difficult period. This does not mean that prices will never go up. Price increases in goods and services will have to be done from time to time. To delay such adjustments will only make the pain worse in the future. But if such increases are needed, we will find ways to mitigate the impact. In 2022, I announced a significant series of measures under the assurance package. Since then, we have enhanced the package 3 times. In total, we have earmarked more than $10 billion for the assurance package. So far this year, every Singaporean household has received $800 in CDC vouchers. Households in HDB flats have received up to $400 in utilities rebates. And eligible citizens have received up to $700 in cash payouts. In the coming months, more help will be disbursed. There will be more utilities rebates. There will be another $300 in CDC vouchers for every household and up to $600 in cash payouts for every Singaporean. It's not just the government doing more. Many organizations are also doing their part. For example, DBS has been providing rebates on hawker meals. Over the last 1.5 years, they have subsidized over 8 million hawker meals. NTUC FairPrice and other supermarket chains are providing discounts to our seniors, including those in the Merdeka and Pioneer generations. Across many districts, the community and grassroots organizations are working with donors and partners to support vulnerable groups. Some give out grocery packs on a regular basis. Others set up makeshift community shops, for example in the void deck, which they stock up with supplies and allow residents in need to come and shop for the food they need. One promising initiative is to redistribute unsold or excess food in Singapore. A lot of food is wasted in Singapore every year. Some of these are healthy and edible food. We should aim to redistribute such surplus food from restaurants, supermarkets, and wholesalers. This will not only reduce food waste, but also help our vulnerable families. Many passionate groups and individuals are already doing this in the community. In August this year, PAP MP Louis Ng championed the Good Samaritan Food Donation Bill, which was passed in Parliament. This new law will encourage more ground-up food rescue and donation efforts. I thank all who have stepped forward to help our fellow citizens. Working together hand in hand, we can make a difference and enable Singaporeans to better cope with day-to-day expenses. In the longer term, the key to managing the cost of living is to ensure that Singaporeans continue to enjoy good jobs with better wages. Then our workers will be able to earn more, with wages going up by more than inflation, and we can all become better off in real terms. This year, we expect higher economic growth and lower inflation. So the outlook is favorable. More workers should experience increases in their real incomes. We are monitoring closely how economic conditions will unfold next year. For now, we expect inflation to continue easing to the lower levels that we saw before COVID. We will also continue to push for productivity and innovation across our economy. I will share more about our plans in the budget next year. There are challenges ahead, but we have every reason to be confident. We are making meaningful changes and charting a bold new way forward. Together, we can keep the cost of living stable and improve the lives of Singaporeans year by year.